Want to go out to the bowl season on the right track. 7-4 TCU, 7-4 Cincinnati. Two defenses that have trouble getting off the field. Could be a shootout. We'll see. Cincinnati and TCU underway, and it is a touchback and a lot of friends and family here for Denton's finest. Brendan Sorsby coming out.
Yeah, Brendan Sorsby's got over 100 family members here today. You see those total touchdowns. When this guy is on, I'm telling you, it's like poetry in motion. He has all the throws, all the arm angles. He can do it off platform, and he can get it done with his legs. We'll see how healed he is from that ankle injury he had a couple weeks ago. They want to bounce back today after they were dominated up front against BYU. Let's see if the man with the C on his jersey can get it rolling today.
They need to get that run game on track. They got Evan Pryor back last week. Sorsby will throw it. It's a juggling grab on the far side by Pryor, the transfer from Ohio State, who you just saw a little while ago. This offensive line, in part because of Sorsby, has only allowed 4 sacks all year.
Yeah, they've been really great in pass protection, but I know they all want to challenge themselves to be better up front because they weren't last week. Evan Pryor, big play waiting to happen. They want to get him the football in so many ways. Hand it to him, throw it to him, screen it to him.
Well, we've seen throw it to him, and we'll see a hand it to him right here. So that's 2 of the 3. It is third down coming up, and this TCU defense has seen so many plays, top 20 plays seen in the country.
Yeah, trouble getting off the field. Number 11, Devin Deal, there is one of their better pass rushers coming off the edge. And then you got Caleb Elarmzor. This guy is all over the place, leads them in sacks. Him and Nnamdi Obiazer are going to be all over the formation today. And then on the back end, you're going to see notably, Bud Clark is not there. He's one of the best safeties in the country. He is out for today's game.
Watch Joe Royer here. He's in the slot at the bottom of the screen. They'll throw away from him and hit the touchdown maker, Cyrus Allen, who's twisted down by Jordan Lester in the open field. Tremendous play.
Yeah, tremendous tackle there by Lester, and you're going to watch this sit route. They're going to do switch release. He's going to motion outside. Boom, sits it down. He's open. Now as a receiver, you got to get vertical. Don't dance around and try to get the biggest play possible. Move the chains for your team, but now they're here, 4th and 1, going for it.
The second best 4th down team in the country, Cincinnati. They are 16 for 19 on 4th down, and they'll work out of the pistol. The big back Walker is in. It's Sorsby on the keep, and it is very close. He looks like he's just short of the line to gain. Jamel Johnson, the safety, got the hit. And TCU, it looks like, holds the line. They do. What a stop for the Horned Frogs to open this game.
And I want you guys to watch Devin Deal right here off the edge. He is the one that makes this play happen. Watch how he comes up the field, knocks out the guard, the extra lineman that's coming in, and knocks out the running back, which helps his defense get to the quarterback. And you can see Sorby's, he's so frustrated. He's so frustrated. He wanted to be able to throw the football there because they had man coverage on the outside. But boy, oh boy, Devin Deal, really important play right there, getting in the backfield and creating chaos.
See if we get a shot play early from Kendall Briles here. It is a throw. Josh Hoover gets it away for Eric McAllister, who is a dynamic playmaker. McAllister across the 30. The last time we heard the word gunslinger, as many times as we heard this week from both coaching staffs, was a Yosemite Sam cartoon. I mean, everybody says that word about Hoover.
Yes, they do, and as they're getting back up to the line of scrimmage, running another play.
They will toss it for Payne. They stretch him out wide, and he's shoved back. That is Jake Golday, who makes seemingly 80% of the tackles for Cincinnati. That's a first down. He is everywhere on tape.
Yeah, Golday's everywhere on tape. When you bring that conversation back to Hoover, like when you say gunslinger, he thinks he can make every throw, whether the guy is covered or not. And sometimes that gets him in trouble because he starts to throw interceptions. In his last 3 games, he's got 7 picks. They need him to be better. Last week, they would have blown Houston out if he didn't keep both teams in the game.
Yeah, high risk, high reward. He saw Coleman move at the line, so they'll throw it out wide and incomplete, too high for Jordan Dwyer behind this TCU offensive line.
Yeah, this TCU team has been banged up really in general. You see Remington Strickland there at left guard, in for Cade Bennett, who is normally the starter and has been the starter most of the season. But right there, Eric McAllister, wide receiver number 1. He's a Sunday guy, and I'm not talking about ice cream. He will be playing in the NFL, and he's frustrated today because he felt like he should have been up for the Bednarik Award, and he didn't make the finalists for that one. So let's see how fired up he is.
Yeah, he told us straight up that he thought he was one of the top 3 receivers in the country, as Hoover will pull it and he will run. Hoover is hit and dropped. Monte Whedon in open field to hit Hoover for a loss.
Yeah, you're going to see Jalen Hunt right here come off the edge, making the quarterback have to step up into the pocket and escape, and then you see the defender closing in on him. We talk about closing space. Monte Whedon, really nice job of not giving the quarterback an opportunity to have a two-way go there, attack the legs, get him to the ground.
3rd down for Hoover. See what choice he makes here against this defense. He'll throw it downfield, and he's got a completion to Rogers right near the line to gain. They're going to put him out of bounds, maybe a yard short, half a yard short. It's 4th down, and you figure this is house money Saturday, right?
Yeah, they definitely should go for it here on 4th down. And really there for Hoover, he had DJ Rogers open early. And it would have been a touchdown if he threw it in timing and rhythm. He couldn't, got it to him late. Now let's see what they do here. Empty formation. Quarterback draw could be used here. They don't do it a ton, but now they're motioning the back into the backfield.
They both have to set because 2 were in motion at the same time. It is a handoff, hand in the ground for Payne. He keeps his feet and drives the legs inside the 5. What athleticism from Jeremy Payne.
I want you to watch Remington Strickland, the left tackle, and DJ Rogers slow the defense down, and right there Payne, woo! You talk about contact balance. He almost fell by himself and then made 2 defenders fall as he goes and gets that 1st down. Incredible.
Outrageous play against a Cincinnati defense that struggles mightily on 4th down. It's Payne again, trying to bounce it. Does he have the corner? The answer is no. Matthew McDoom spiked him down.
Hey, who said corners can't tackle, man?
I think you may have at some point.
I definitely have said that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
This is the truth. Matthew McDoom right there said, I don't care if I'm 5'9", 180 pounds. You're not going to run around me. You might run through me. He probably didn't say that either, but he definitely wasn't going to let him run around him.
Doing a lot of paraphrasing on the opening TCU drive. Out of the pistol, Hoover keeps it for a while, lobs it, end zone, touchdown Manjack.
I want you guys to watch the linebackers and the safety here off of the play action. Manjack is going to come in, act like he's blocking, get everyone to draw their eyes down, and then Hoover, the easiest touchdown he's probably ever thrown. Right in the back of the end zone, draws the defense up with the play action pass. Oh my goodness, that's a quarterback's dream.
You know, it's interesting. Kendall Briles clearly had studied the defense red zone, and everybody does. But he talked substantially yesterday about what Cincinnati does in that red zone and how difficult they are with that 3-3-5 look. That felt like a play designed specifically for what they do.
Exactly. He also told us you got to run the ball in the red zone. Yeah. They know that. Faked it. Got the touchdown over the top to Mr. No Swag Jack. You love to see it. We'll get back. At 100%. You talk about starting fast. We told you in the open we could see a lot of points in this game. Both defenses struggle to get off the field, and both offenses have firepower. You saw that on display for TCU. Now we'll see what Cincinnati has to do on their next drive.
By the way, that look is a little ominous. It's not going to be snow today, but there are some thunderstorms in the area, which is an amazing thing to say on November the 29th, but that's the lay of the land. Here we go. Cincinnati will have it, and we have Three's Keys as part of Geico. Get more game plan Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. What's on the platter today?
Oh, yes. If you're Cincinnati, you got to go full Vader, all right? The dark side of this offense is its run game. It was just Black Friday, and this offense needs to go full Darth Vader and give into the darkness. Run the football and make this team respect you. For TCU, it's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. We saw Mr. Hyde there for Josh Hoover.
Yep.
Sometimes he can be Dr. Jekyll. He's got to be protective of the football and smart with the football. And then for both teams, it's mask off, man. This could be your last game. Walk away with no regrets. Unleash the trick plays. Go for it. And don't hold your best plays if you're the offensive coordinators for these teams. Let it rip.
Hey, house money college football is really fun as Walker gets stood up and he's going to lose half a yard on a first down run. TCU's Devin Deal, who you highlighted earlier, couple years with Tulane, 5.5 sacks last year. Not as much production this year, but we see it so often in college football. Once people know what you do, they slide protection over to you. Here's a throw, and that's not going to go anywhere for Allen. Just a couple of yards on that throw. And it'll be 3rd down. Time of possession, the defenses are going to get a workout.
Yeah, both of these teams really like to go fast on offense. As my wife is over here waving at us from the crowd.
Yep.
You got to love it. It's a family affair here at Fox. But now on 3rd down, look for them to once again try to get the football to number 4, Cyrus Allen, right there in the bunch. This team loves to throw to the bunch side to the field, so anticipate them attacking up to the top of your screen.
TCU fades off of the blitz. Deal nearly got there anyway. Sorsby under duress. He will throw right at the line to gain, but he gives it right back. Goody gave back the 1st down, and now it's 4th down and 1. Again, if he catches and falls, they move the chains.
Yeah, you're going to watch Goody's route. It's just a curl route. It's a curl concept. They got him coming here with a curl on the outside. Boom, he makes this catch. It's a 1st down, just like we talked about. Boom, he's got it, but then he loses ground, and it looks like the ref still marked him back. Now they're going to punt the ball, and just 2 decisions there on back-to-back drives for Cincinnati where the receivers are not getting skinny and getting vertical after the catch, and it costs them a 1st down both times.
When you say getting skinny, what do you mean?
We talk about as a receiver, you want to catch the ball and then follow the track of your route. So if you're past the 1st down marker, don't lose yards to gain yards. Get skinny, get vertical.
Cincinnati has kind of talked out of both sides of its mouth. RG3?
Oh, yeah.
Or so.
Are we ready for football?
What's another 20 seconds between friends? I mean, you had a great time. You had the Jenga tower out. You were running sprints in the hallway.
Yeah, 100%. Had the kids out there.
Yep.
They're like, let's go to the field. It's raining. I'm like, Daddy's got a suit on and got to call the game.
But I would love to. All right, from the 19, TCU has a 7-0 lead, and they have the ball out of that weather delay. Oh, a quick test of the hamstrings for Payne, who's bringing it all the way down to the 33.
Ooh, one thing about Jeremy Payne is his vision. I want you to watch his patience here. He's going to find the hole, and once he sees it, boom, he's going to put his foot in the ground, make 2 cuts backwards, hit a stiff arm, and get through there. Something about that patience of the running back that is a virtue.
And we go direct snap here. Here is Payne on the run. So let me ask you, we were watching Minnesota, Wisconsin. That was some of our rain delay coverage. The snow was notable there. If the divots become an issue here, what can you do?
Yeah, normally what happens is you change the cleats, right? If it's a fast field with no rain and no conditions, you wear a shorter cleat. When you get the muddy and the sogginess of it, having the longer cleat and being able to dig in when you run certainly helps you as a player not to have to worry about slipping and sliding everywhere.
Payne stood up by Micah Coleman, and as Alexis said, I mean, they've done everything they can with this field, but as we get later in the game, it could become a problem.
Yeah, I mean, we saw some standing water on the sides. You could see them using the squeegees on the sideline to get everything out. If we get any more rain, it could become a problem, but as that water starts to soak in, that is where later in the game, foot placement and your footing becomes something that you truly have to focus on.
Golday on the approach. They're going to bring some pressure. He'll spin it out wide. Hoover does. Payne steps through a tackle. He's got the sideline. All the way inside the 20. That's a gain of 44 off 1 missed tackle.
And what you're going to see is Chase Curtis here thinks that this guy is guarding the back, so he goes to try to get in his way, but it's the player from depth. And when you close that space, you have to make that play. Trayvon Golakalar did not do that, and Jeremy Payne is one of the fastest players on the field.
Out of Missouri City here in Texas. And they will fake it to him, whistle it up top into the end zone. And McAllister hangs on. Touchdown. What a juggling act that was.
You want to talk about a Sunday guy? Watch Eric McAllister right here on the outside. Run this back shoulder fade. The one thing you don't want to do is run a back shoulder fade like it's a back shoulder fade. You got to press vertical. He goes up, makes the play right over the top of the shoulder of the defender there. Very hard cover, being 6'3", 205 pounds. He used all of his size and his strength right there.
After a couple 50-50 balls didn't go their way in the Houston game, in recent games, Hoover goes right back there. He told us this week he wants to give McAllister chances. He gave him one there, and it's TCU's second touchdown in about 2 hours, but only 9 minutes of game time. 14-0.
Nothing to say to that. That is unbelievable. What a Libre mask.
Pocket sixes. Flop is 6-6-2. You're like, got him. Here we go. Cincinnati will have it off the touchback. Let's go back to the touchdowns. They look kind of similar.
Yeah, and Jason, we talked about this during the break. Watch the fake and the length that Hoover is spending on the fake to get these defenders to crash in and have their eyes in the backfield to sneak behind them, creating one-on-ones, or in this case, a one-on-none. In the last touchdown, they did the same thing, long fake, and they got the mic and both safeties to calm down so they could have a one-on-one on the outside to Eric McAllister. That is something to pay attention to because it is clearly a vulnerability in this 3-3-5 defense for Cincinnati.
Feels like a teaching point this week. That's right down the middle for Noah Jennings, and a first down much needed for Cincinnati. Doesn't it feel like that?
Yeah.
That it was a teaching point during the week for Hoover in this offense?
It had to be. In this offense with Kendall Browse as the offensive coordinator for TCU, I played in this offense.
Yep.
We were at Baylor together, so I know that when they do start to emphasize that fake, they understand that, hey, they got a lot of guys trying to stop the run. We have to be a little bit more attention to detail here. And then what does Cincinnati come out do with Brendan Sorsby? They do the same thing.
Yep.
Do a nice little fake, hit an RPO right over the top, and they're rolling 1st and 10.
They'll go two tight ends here, Royer and Gerd. And it's Sorsby on the quarterback, Power running behind Royer. He'll end up with 9, and second down coming up.
Yeah, I just love this. You're going to see Devin Deal as the read. They're going to bring Royer across to block for him. Hey, here's the read. Boom. Let him run in the trash, and then you get on the outside. And defensive coordinators, they don't love giving up runs, but they hate giving up rushing yards to quarterbacks. It literally keeps them up at night.
You know the feeling. Second down and 1. Here's a throw. It's Sorsby. He's on target. Goody with the catch. He's got a first down off 9. And again, Cincinnati's offense can go at ludicrous speed at 32 points a game plus. They're top 40 in the country.
And it's really for both of these offenses. When the quarterback is on and making the right decisions, you saw how many touchdowns Brendan Sorsby has this year. 33. He is one of the more prolific quarterbacks in all of college football. And I love what Coach Satterfield has done coming out of this break, giving him nice, easy completions to get back in rhythm.
Little quick touch for Isaiah Johnson, and he is not going anywhere. There's a marker in as Jamel Johnson hung on for dear life. We'll check the penalty.
It's going to be holding on the tight end Joe Royer.
Michael Vandervelde is our referee this Thanksgiving weekend.
Offense number 11, 10-yard penalty. Still first down. Please set the game clock to 3:55, please.
So you're going to see right here, as soon as you're in blocking and engaged, when the offensive guy gets outside of you, let go.
Thank you.
You got to let go. He didn't. DB reaches. You see that jersey tug? Ref is always going to flag that. It's kind of counterintuitive, Jason, because you think, hey, block through the whistle, run your feet. But if the guy gets outside of you, you got to let that guy go, because as soon as he reaches, everything is going to become a penalty.
Here's Pryor biding his time and then getting tumbled forward to the 43. It'll be second down coming back as Caleb Elarms-Orr made the stop. He is the leading tackler for TCU. He's been really active this year, the senior out of California.
Yeah, he's been a tackling machine, sideline to sideline type of guy, all the cliches you can imagine. But when he blitzes, he has a knack for getting to the quarterback in a hurry.
Allen was in motion. Sorsby looks off of him, goes over the middle. There is Royer, and he gets wrangled down at the 33.5 by Lester. But that is Royer, who just hasn't seen many targets the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he hasn't. And You look at it, first 7 games, 21 catches, the last 4, 5. I mean, this is a guy that every defensive coordinator that has played this team has said, we got to stop number 11, Joe Royer. But they've struggled to get him the football. Right there, I love the nice jerk route where he can confuse the defense and get wide open across the middle.
Sorsby hopping in the pocket. He'll roll now. He pumps, and he's going to try and run for it. He's got it, inviting a collision. Sorsby gets decked, but picks up the first down.
Oh, my goodness. We talked about Caleb Elarmzor. Watch the patience here from Brendan Sorsby and the violence to finish. Listen to it. Hey, them pads was popping right there. And my man Elarmzor is not going to live that down. They're going to play that on repeat in the meeting room, saying, man, you got ran over by a quarterback?
He's happy it's the finale. First down, free runner coming. He'll throw it for the tailback Pryor, who's wide open for the touchdown. Perfect call for the defense. Cincinnati's on the board.
When you see the motion come across, it's 2 guys. Right here, number 26, Vernon Glover, and right here, the linebacker, Namdi. Once the motion comes across, they forget who's blitzing and who has to cover the running back on the outside, and they leave him wide open for a touchdown. Motion causes communication, and as you know, Jason, sometimes people aren't communicating on the same sheet of paper. Right there, Cincinnati got TCU confused.
And it's a tendency breaker for Cincinnati, who is in the bottom 5th of college football in motion at all because of the tempo they run.
Yeah, playing at a high level. I mean, both of these quarterbacks, there's one incompletion between the 2 of them.
It's pretty good.
So when we said like these guys love to make big-time plays and love to throw the football, they're showing us right here today.
Brendan Sorsby does as well, Alexa.
Yeah, I was able to catch up with his parents before the game. His mom, Christy, told me at 18 months she knew he was going to be an athlete when he was in the batter's stance already at that young age. This was a unique holiday because normally they follow Brendan wherever he is, but this year they stayed here in Texas with so many friends and family growing up just an hour from here. Guys, they've got 120 people in attendance. They were able to get 71 comp tickets. They bought 50, but JB, I wonder what that bill was.
Yeah, it's a little expensive, I have to imagine. In baseball, they say, yeah, I'm playing for free today. Denman, the freshman tailback, gets his first carry. John Denman, the former high school Wildcat quarterback. But for Brendan Sorsby, here's a guy who did not like the way he finished last season. So Scott Satterfield told us he came into this year highly motivated. Now they're on a 3-game losing streak. Cincinnati wants this game, even though there's not big college football playoff stakes.
Yeah, they do. And you talk about Sorsby and their lack of really production late in seasons. It's all tied to his health.
Yeah.
Last year, he was also banged up down the stretch of the season, and he is the lifeblood of this team and this offense. When he's healthy and moving like he has been today, they can put up 40 to 50 points in the blink of an eye.
And that's the thing. Can the defense get off the field and hand him the football? Cincinnati sees the most plays per drive of any defense in the country, and they've got a 3rd and 4 against Hoover and TCU here. 4-man rush. Hoover wants a deep ball down the left side. Tough catch for Dwyer. He's got it. He's gone. More points here in Fort Worth.
Jordan Dwyer, this is what you call go ball. And then watch how he slows down and controls this route. Gets hands on, sees the ball, understands where to get it in the perfect position, and then goes up over the top of Logan Wilson, the DB, and lets him know, hey, man, hey, I am who they say I am. Goes up and makes a great play. Nice ball. Wasn't a perfect ball, but the receiver made the quarterback right. You love to see it.
One of the greatest plays you'll ever see from a guy from Puyallup, Washington.
Are you saying that you don't know anyone else from that part of Washington?
I used to, but he left after 3 seasons. Hi, Brock. 20.
Making by the quarterback. And what I've seen so far from Josh Hoover is exactly who we said he was in the open. A guy that can make every throw, and when he's on, they're dangerous. He is controlling the line of scrimmage, and I'm going to continue to show you guys some of the signals that he's giving, you know, before the snap. because he is changing plays in a good way, getting them into the best possible plays.
That's a touchback inside the pylon and jumping upward.
The karaoke was pretty good, too.
It was good.
It was awesome. And that just shows you how good this team could have been this year if they didn't turn the football over so much. They won that one against Houston with the turnovers.
A power from Sorsby. Tawi Walker with the block. Tackle from Denba. Ansel Denba. But Sorsby, you mentioned the ankle. Looks fine. Looks very willing to run.
Yeah, and last week against BYU, he was a little unsure whether how he was going to feel, so he wasn't as active running, and they weren't as active calling run plays for him.
You got Caldwell this time. Jeff Caldwell, who you feel like is combined 14 yards of play since the delay. And there goes Tawi Walker just ramming through Johnson and company. It's a gain of 9. That's going to bring down the yards per play since the Lightning.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, what I love from Cincinnati so far today, Jason, is the fact that they are getting back to what their real identity is in the run game. Wide zone, running outside to the left and outside to the right, giving their backs the opportunity to use their vision to cut back. It's been beautiful to see.
They're a top 40 running team in the country, and there you see it again, that outside zone run game across midfield. It is a first down. He's into Julius Sims, Walker is. But you see that first quarter against Arizona, they look like they're going to win big thanks to the run game. Since then, what's been wrong in the run game?
They've tried to do too many things, and sometimes when you overcomplicate it and you go away from your bread and butter, it can make you be less effective.
Also, penalties can hurt.
That is true.
False start. Offense, number 56, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And you get DeAndre Buford, the right tackle, transfer from Kentucky by way of Detroit.
Yeah, big Buford got going a little bit before he needed to, and you can see Sorsby saying, we got to pick up the pace, baby. Let's go fast. I'm with you, Brendan. Something about going fast for a quarterback who has experience makes them feel like they're in control and they're not being reactive to the defense. Part of the problem is all these subs that you see happening gives TCU the opportunity to sub, as you see the ref is holding the ball for TCU's guys to be able to get off the field.
Yeah, there's another substitution happening right at the snap. Oyewale was coming off the field, and there's a marker in. I believe he did not get off the field. Let's see. It has to be a reasonable amount of time to substitute. They brought an extra sub to the sideline, 97 Oyewale, and it looks like he didn't. Yeah.
Defense, 12 players on the field. The second substitute did not come in on time, and they were not protected. Still first down.
That's what it is, right? So if you don't do it within the reasonable amount of time.
There's our guy, Oyewale, and it's like he thinks he's protected, which is exactly what the ref did a great job of explaining. He wasn't protected because they brought the second sub on too late. Regardless, get off the field.
Well, yeah, but TCU saw it on tape, though. We talked to Andy Avalos about that very thing in our meeting yesterday because BYU did the same thing. They exposed that for Cincinnati last week. Off the motion from Allen, Sorsby takes the short pass, and he finds Goody off a tough catch. And the former Boise State coach Andy Avalos and his TCU defense has not been a barrel of laughs to deal with for offenses this year. BYU put up a big number, but not a ton have.
Yeah, they want to be an attacking defense, which is why sometimes they shoot their shot and they miss and have some broken tackles that create big plays.
To the sideline, and Jennings, who steps out of bounds, hopping around. Caldwell make it. It's Caldwell on the grab, and it's a first down for Cincinnati. Caldwell may have hurt his ankle there.
And what they're doing a really nice job of right now is TCU is trying to make Cincinnati earn it, and they're saying, all right, if you're going to play off coverage, we'll take it. We're not going to force the issue. We'll run the football on wide zone. We'll take the hitch routes. And it's, they got another 12 men on the field for TCU.
You got to be a protected sub. He was not, and this is the tight end Grover, his fourth catch, Gavin Grover.
Little substitution, defense, 12 players on the field. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Sonny Dykes is asking why the snap didn't get held.
Yeah, and there's Devin Deal coming off the field late. And I think this is probably something that Coach Satterfield for Cincinnati talked to the refs about before the game to say, hey, if we get our subs on quickly, when they make their first sub, if they make a second one, After that, we should be able to run the play. Last week against BYU, they were standing over the ball for like 7 to 8 seconds.
That's right.
Waiting for the defenders to get off the field.
And now the officials are doing it here because of the substitution moments ago. Out of the pistol, they will run. Tawee Walker with a gash. And running behind Jennings, who actually was a landmine more than a blocker. He ends up at the 14, gain of 20.
Yes, and I want you to watch 77, Tarantayo. He is going to cut the defense, gets up to the backer, and allows Tawee Walker to have that full cutback lane. That's what we're talking about, the outside zone. Everybody's on a locomotive track to the left and allow the back to read each single gap one by one. The big fellas don't always get love, but Tarantayo right there was the main reason that run was so effective.
Walker had to turn Jennings into a lawn dart, though. He just threw it straight head first into the ground, trying to get him out of the way. Sorsby down the middle, end zone. It's the 5th passing touchdown combined in this game. Caldwell hauls it in, and Cincinnati scores.
Oh, there's so much great stuff here. Watch what Brendan Sorsby's eyes do to the safety, moving him out of the way, off the play action to boom, hit his guy, Jeff Caldwell, over the top, the big 6'5" receiver that I've been clamoring for 2 weeks to get more targets. This is the perfect time to target him right across the middle in the red zone. Beautiful scheme, amazing job with the play action, and Sorsby is on fire right now.
Yeah, he's from the region. He's from Louisville, was at Lindenwood in the Ohio Valley Conference in Missouri, his first year at Cincinnati, and he has touchdown number 6. Hang with us. I have one more question for you on that after this play from TCU and Payne in the backfield with the carry. What constitutes late? Just for our audience, what are we looking for to have it be late?
So when the offense substitutes, the referee will put both arms outstretched, and it's a 3-second window. Now as a defense, you have 3 seconds to get your substitutes out on the field and complete that. So the window had dropped, and now TCU sub late.
Dean, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Payne on the run, trying to get outside. He's stacked up by Golday and Coleman, and it's 3rd down. But again, that was on tape from last week for Cincinnati. BYU forced Cincinnati into a timeout last week that caused them eventually, butterfly effect, to miss a field goal.
And to your point, regardless of whether the defense comes in at 1 second or 2.99 seconds, the refs can't just say, nah, we're just going to let the play run because they're slowing the game down. So TCU is trying to take advantage of that rule the right way.
It's the peril of substituting for an offense. Hoover looking around, scanning, and then throwing it out of bounds. It's incomplete. Jalen Hunt had the pressure to speed it up. Hoover said, I didn't have anything.
Yeah, but if I'm Hoover there, he had a massive gap in the middle of the field to step up in the pocket and go.
I bet you, though, Kendall Briles does not mind that throwaway, considering the turnover issues that have popped up in the past couple of weeks.
Correct. You'd rather, some people say, you'd rather end the game or end each play with each series with a kick, whether it's a field goal, extra point, or a punt. Right there, he didn't make a bad thing worse.
Oh, it's on the ground. Covey couldn't hang on, and TCU recovers. Manny Covey, who had a big week last week, put it on the ground, and the Horned Frogs are on the football. Hudson Hooper gets down the field and covers it up.
Right here, you're going to see Covey. Hey, sometimes when those...
The field was that the kick was touched by the receiving team and recovered by the kicking team. 1st down, TCU.
We appreciate that update. But you see Covey here, he has a couple Horned Frogs around him, takes his eyes off the ball at that last second. Every returner, receiver, anyone who's catching a ball out there that's watching, look the ball all the way in. Never look to do what you're going to do next before you actually secure the catch.
It's a great point. And remember, you're protected as a returner in front of your body. To the side of your body is a different matter. So that was legally done by TCU. It's a quick throw, and it's Manjack, who had a touchdown earlier, the opening touchdown. Harrison with the stop on a loss of 1, and Christian Harrison is down. He has had a breakout year in year 1 at Cincinnati. Rodney Harrison's son, Christian, the transfer from Tennessee, is down on the field.
Looks like he might have got the wind knocked out of him.
Check on Harrison when we come back. Simbacam, after a weather delay, is officially overserved.
In Funky Town.
Yeah. Second down, Hoover. Clean pocket for now. Battle out of the backfield. And he's down to set up a 3rd and medium, 3rd and 6.
Smart play there from Hoover, taking the check down, making this more of a 3rd and manageable. And you could honestly say to yourself, we're in 2-down territory now. So now the entire playbook is open. Run, pass, play action, whatever they want, they can have it their way.
Harrison back on the field, by the way. Christian Harrison after a play. See what their way is here on 3rd and 6. They'll motion battle.
Now they know they have man coverage.
And throw it out wide. McAllister twisting and turning, and a first down corkscrew.
Wow. The motion outside allows you to know that it's man coverage. You got a safety one-on-one with a running back. So McAllister hits the speed out, and watch the whoop, whoop, double spin move that have made Michael Jackson proud.
This has been a thriller so far. Here's Battle on the carry for 1.5 yards.
Sometimes you just gotta go into your innovation bag, and he spins the first one, barely sees the next guy, spins again, and has the wherewithal to know where the first down marker is.
You ever play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out?
I have.
He looked like Super Macho Man.
That is a great reference. Wow. Eric McAllister, man. A big receiver who can make moves like a little receiver. Those are quarterback's best friends.
I was going to say, huge asset for a quarterback. Second down and 9, moving down to 8 minutes of the quarter. Hoover pulls it and finds McAllister. Another spin. Oh, we're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
And again, just another nice job taking what the defense is giving. They want to play off? Awesome. I'll hit you with another stiff arm and a spin move. Hey, the spin worked twice last time, so he said, you know what, maybe it'll work this time too.
I think the button on the controller's stuck.
He's spamming it like Mortal Kombat.
It's a run. It's the senior Battle on a step through. He goes to the spin, and the door closes down at the 1 yard line.
What's up with the spin moves, man? Everybody's spinning right now. And you're going to see this is just inside zone. Boom, get to the outside. Boom, get vertical. I love that. No need to stretch it out if you don't have to.
They're going fast with a sneak here, and that's not going to do the trick. So the defensive coordinator, Tyson Veit, who has not been an extremely aggressive defensive play caller, but in the red zone, they've been pretty good, Cincinnati.
Yeah, they've been really good. And when we talked to offensive coordinator Kendall Browse for TCU, he said it's because they don't change what they do in the open field. It's just the windows become condensed. So they don't start to pressure or bring cover zero like most teams do. Quick snap up to the line here. Let's see what TCU's got.
They've got very close. Denman is down.
Wow. What a play by Jack Dingle. Boom, coming across. Denman jumps, and Dingle hits him so hard, it actually sends him backwards down at the 1 yard line. That play was completely blocked up and drawn up for Denman to score. But Jack Dingle made sure he didn't.
Senior out of Louisville, whose brother played at Cincinnati as well, a legacy player. Tight formation again. It's Hoover. He plunges to the goal line. Let's see. They got to unpack. You heard Mike Pereira say it earlier. There's a marker in The official right at the pile threw a penalty flag. We don't know what the result of the play is yet, but there is jawing going on.
Oh, they threw. That's going to be a personal foul against Josh Hoover for punching the Cincinnati player in the face at the bottom of the pile.
We'll see what the call is.
He's hitting Antoine Peak Jr. in the bottom of the pile, and that's when the flag came out, from what I can see.
The question is it post-play or is it during the play? If it's post-play, it could still be a touchdown. Hoover, you think, took a swing as you look at your own closed circuit. Now, the officials are saying back up, but there are a couple questions here. When is the marker? And what was the result of the play?
Correct.
The runner is short of the goal line. The down will count. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 10, 15-yard penalty. 4th down.
So that's enormous, right? If it's a touchdown and it's post-play, so this will go to review.
Unsportsmanlike of the game.
From Skycam, you can see it does look like Hoover crosses the goal line for a touchdown. Ball's in his left hand. Right there, it looks like he is passed.
Yeah.
And then Peak comes in late and is pushing him. Hoover gets frustrated. Boom,
Previous play
boom.
is under further review.
Jabs him in the face a couple times. Then the flag comes out. So it looks like a touchdown. The question is, do the refs have enough there to overturn what the call on the field was?
Personally, that's a bad call.
Agreed.
A lot of stuff happens at the bottom of these piles. He's got a hand in his face. He's getting shoved to the ground. What's he supposed to do? Just sit there? Dean Blandino, what do you see? I mean, Hoover's reenacting it, Dean. What do you think? On
no
both
question,
accounts.
this is a big call, like you said. It's after the play. If it's ruled a touchdown, the touchdown counts. But they ruled short. Now you're going to move him back almost to the 16-yard line. To me, it's number 46 on Cincinnati that is instigating this whole thing. The play's over. Watch him here go after Hoover. Hoover's just trying to defend himself. I don't like that part of it. But again, now they're reviewing, did the ball break the plane? I think it did, but I'm trying to find the football in a clear shot, and that's going to be the key. If it's not clear and obvious, it's going to be upheld, and now it's going to be 4th and goal way back at the 15.5, 16-yard line.
Dean, thank you. I know you're looking specifically for the ball. If you see a shot where he is over the goal line, Dean, and you know where approximately the ball is, could that ever be enough?
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. 4th down.
That is really tough for TCU.
Oh, yeah. They got hit with a double whammy there, and I think Dean Blandino is so spot on. Antoine Peak Jr. comes in and is so excessive after the play. But as we always tell guys, whether you're coaching them or you've been on a team, a coach will tell you they always get the second guy. And right there, Josh Hoover hitting him in the face secondly is what they ended up picking up and throwing the flag on. I'm not saying it was right. I'm just saying that's what they called, and he got caught. And then the other part of what Dean said that was so spot on is you just can't see the ball.
No.
It looks like a touchdown, but if you can't confirm it, they're not going to overturn it. And that's a massive point swing here for TCU having to settle for a field goal.
Yeah, Nate McCashland on to kick the field goal from 32 suddenly. This crowd is certainly restless. And McCashland puts it through. How many piles you've been in where something like that has happened?
Oh, almost every single one of them. And to me, it's the carried it with him the way that he has throughout his NFL career.
Elway? Maybe?
I mean, Elway was a monster, and I was a big Broncos fan growing up.
That's why I was saying, yeah.
But Stafford's better than Elway.
I get it.
Arm talent-wise.
You like passing touchdowns, Robert?
I love me some passing touchdowns.
It's all we got in the end zone department so far.
It seems like they took all the food that they ate on Thanksgiving, and they're using them touchdowns as their leftovers. We talked about it in the open. These two quarterbacks have everything you want when they're on. And you can't say that about everyone because not everybody has a strong arm or the ability to throw off platform. These guys do, and they came out here in the DFW and said, I'm putting on a show.
12 different receivers have caught passes so far as Sorsby pulls it and rockets it right down the middle of the spin for Jennings. Oh, he saw what TCU did in the Cyclone department, and Jennings does it himself. It's a gain of 23.
Oh, my goodness. Again, you're going to watch Caleb Elarmzor. Watch how the fake holds him and opens up the hole right behind him. Boom. This is what Brendan Sorsby loves to do, RPO actions, control the linebackers to make the throws over the top of them. And you can see, look at the grass. Look at the grass in his face mask, man.
Chia Bearcat.
Uh-oh, flea
Pitch
flicker.
back. Sorsby loads it up. He lofts it down the left sideline. Wide open Goody. Well designed by Cincinnati. 2 plays into the red zone.
Oh my goodness. Watch how it affects the safeties as they run this flea flicker, and Goody is going to come over the top on a deep cross route. Does a nice job slow playing it, and he's got all this area to get to. As you can see, Brennan Sorsby, hey, if a guy's that wide open, make it easy on him. I would say that was a Goody play call.
I mean, that was such a tough one to pull for. I don't know where you came up with it.
Oh,
You're going to miss me in a couple weeks,
I am going to
you?
miss you. I am going to miss you.
But only briefly. First down, Cincinnati. 4 minutes to go, second quarter. Couple of tight ends in. And they'll go with the quarterback, Sorsby. He's inside the 10. There is a first down available at the 1. And Cincinnati, a quick strike offense all season long, has a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and this quarterback run, it becomes more prevalent down in the red zone. Coaches will tell us, hey, you have to throw the football to get in the red zone and then run it to get into the end zone. So Sorsby's legs become a much bigger factor in the game plan.
Sorsby, end zone, his first incompletion of the afternoon turned evening. He is 14 for 15 now.
Yeah, and right there he's going for Noah Jennings. Gonna run inside and kind of run a corner route right to that front pylon, middle of the end zone. Interesting route combination this deep because you don't have enough space. If they had about 10 more yards, I could understand that concept, but it's almost a bench cornerish route. Very difficult, and they still almost completed it.
The layers right next to each other. They have Allen in the slot at the bottom of the formation. He has been a major touchdown maker. And they're going to have to call timeout here. With the short drives these teams put together, they might get the ball back and want that timeout. We're back in 30 seconds.
Seconds in lane.
There were 4 kids. One of them caught an elbow just before we came back from break. They're having a great time jumping around. Kids love the rain. Like, this is a game that's made for kids.
100%. That's why football's a kid's game.
Yeah.
It's a kid's game, and we get to have the enjoyment of calling all the spectacular activities that are happening inside of it.
Brendan Sorsby just playing backyard football right now. He's 14 for 15. His legs certainly are a problem for TCU. 3rd and 7.
Yes, 3rd and 7. Talk about his legs, but look in the slot. You talked about it. Cyrus Allen is their go-to guy.
Sorsby giving some ground. Fading it for Allen. He didn't see the ball. It is incomplete, and Cincinnati will have to settle for a field goal.
We called it out. You called it out. Hey, Cyrus Allen is the guy. They're going to push him up here vertical and then have him run a whoop-de-whoop route, what I call it. He's going to settle his feet and then whip around, and he is open. He's ready for the back shoulder. But Sorsby sailed it out of bounds. In those moments, you got to trust your receiver to make a difficult catch by giving him an opportunity and leaving the ball in bounds.
Bounce back chance here for Steven Rusnak, who missed 3 times last week. Such a good kicker in the past 2 years, and he drills that one. Cincinnati within 7. We're back again in 30 seconds to Fort Worth. Our game summary sponsored by Pacific Life, building confident futures for nearly 160 years. 467 total yards in 27 minutes of game action.
If you looked up efficiency in the dictionary, you'd see a picture of these two teams today. Quarterbacks have been making the right decisions. They have not gotten greedy and forced the football down the field. And they are showing off all the fixins like it's Thanksgiving dinner.
Do you have a favorite fixin'?
My favorite fixin' is gumbo and sweet potato pie.
Gotta love it. Well, look, we have the Horned Frogs and the Bearcats, so come along with us on a trip through nature. Just like that voice. Hoover to throw on a first down. He's got it to McAllister on the sideline. So break it down for us by CompuBox here, the tail of the tape.
Yeah,
Robert.
tail of the tape. You're talking about the Cincinnati Bearcat lifespan of 15 to 20 years versus 6 to 10 for TCU Horned Frog. 50 pounds for the Bearcat to 1 pound for the Horned Frog. And their favorite foods? Figs and insects. I like fig Newtons too.
Have you ever had an insect Newton? That's the question.
Maybe on accident.
You
know,
you haven't lived.
Running so fast or riding a bike.
No windshield cars. Sometimes you catch one or two.
What I'm trying to figure out is how did the Bearcat get to Cincinnati if it's native to Southeast Asia?
I mean, Cincinnati for a long time was a hub airport.
Oh.
So, you know, maybe on a connector.
Somebody
got off the plane.
Got him in there, snuck him in there a little bit.
Second down and 5 for TCU. Andrew Wolf, our editor, has had a marvelous week this week. Here's a run, and that's a TCU first down for Jeremy Payne.
And to get back to the game, when you talk about Jeremy Payne, and I didn't rhyme that on purpose.
Love it.
Love Mike's energy.
The best. TCU driving. 2 minutes left, first half. 5 timeouts combined in this game. There are a few possessions maybe available, and TCU, knowing that, will run the ball, and Payne with a shimmy picks up about 5.
And this is the beauty of this offense. The way Kendall Browse has built it, it has answers for everything. And they're giving Josh Hoover control at the line of scrimmage to make checks and plays into runs when he sees 2 high safeties and he can't get it to his main man, Eric McAllister, or to Jordan Dwyer. Hey, let's run the football with Jeremy Payne. He is being disciplined in that and attacking each play as its own play. I know that was a major point of emphasis this week. Don't try to group plays together. Just execute each one individually.
They know Cincinnati still has a couple of timeouts, and TCU is trying, it looks like, to play a little bit of keep away. It's Payne again. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, and, you know, TCU is also going to get the ball back at halftime. So, like, controlling that middle 8, the 4 minutes before the half and the 4 minutes coming out in the second half is super important for them to win this game.
Payne again, easy first down. He needed 1, he got 3. And you want to have the amount of time on the clock if you're TCU when Cincinnati, if they do get it back, they just say, you know what, not worth it.
Exactly. And now they can run into their hurry up. They got 4 downs. You would think this is 4 down territory if they're going for the jugular and trying to go get a touchdown.
Hoover down the middle. It's McAllister grazing in space. 1st and goal, TCU. Gain of 27.
Oh, my goodness. What a throw and catch right there. Watch McAllister here. His eyes on the ball through the catch and then goes on to finish it. Just a really nice job there of Hoover using his eyes to move coverage. Stepped up in the pocket greatly and was able to get that one to McAllister. Call those big boy balls. Right into his catch radius out in front so he can continue to run with it.
Payne jockeying in the backfield. TCU has 3 timeouts. I'd imagine they use one here, and they will. Eric McAllister told us he feels like he's the best receiver in college football.
Timeout.
He's played very well. There's some big numbers around college football. He's part of it, but you see, I mean, it's the 2nd most single season in school history, Alexa.
Yeah, you're talking about school history, and talking to Eric this week, he's really leaned into that relationship with those former teammates and TCU wide receivers at the next level, specifically J.P. Richardson and Jack Besh. He said, I think they're annoyed with me because I constantly ask them questions about what it's like playing at the next level. Do DBs still grab the same? What are the games like? What are the coaches like? Robert mentioned off the top of the show, McAllister is a Sunday type of guy, and no, Robert, not an ice cream guy.
She's been listening. Love it. McAllister, I mean, those long strides, man.
Yeah, and you're going to see him run this route over across the middle, but I want you to watch Hoover's eyes. He pump fakes and takes his eyes that way, steps up in the pocket, and goes from his eyes here to his eyes to this big spot of the field, and watch that off-platform throw, getting hit, and still makes that perfect throw right out in front of Eric McAllister. When I say these guys are dealing right now, I mean, it's like a poker game, and they always got the best hand.
All in is what you might say to that.
Yes,
off the timeout, bouncing it outside, Payne. He's got 6.
Oh, just a really great job right there from this offensive line. And Lafayette Kouawe right here, the tight end. Watch how they wash everyone down inside, get up to the second level, and make sure the running back is only responsible for one guy. Number 36, Xavier Williams, gets caught inside, and Payne, as we said at the beginning of the broadcast, can run with the best of them, uses his speed to get to the outside and score the touchdown.
He also was a 400 hitter twice in high school baseball.
Oh,
good hand-eye coordination. Steal a base or two.
Best athletes are the multi-sport athletes, Jason. Don't specialize.
This public service announcement from Robert Griffin III. Extra point for McCashland. TCU has 31, and you have 30 seconds to be without us. Jeremy Payne, touchdown, setting off the horn again. TCU putting a hurt on Cincinnati. 31-17, second quarter, 23 seconds to go in this first half. And Cincinnati, for the first time in 6 years since a fateful trip to Greenville, gives up 31 in the first half.
Yeah, and the most important thing about it for this game is that now TCU only left 23 seconds left on the clock. They're getting the ball coming out of halftime with the chance to go up 38-17 and really put the hurt on this Cincinnati offense to play up-tempo and play catch-up.
Speaking of up-tempo, make sure you take a listen to Robert's podcast, Out of Pocket with RG3, available on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Tell the truth. How often are you out of pocket on Out of Pocket?
We're out of pocket all the time, and my wife, the 97-time All-American, is the one that really gets us back on the rails. Really, if you enjoy football, love talking about it, love talking about sports, and celebrating it the way that it's supposed to be celebrated, join the huddle. Find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and let's have a blast, people.
Sounds like a great plan.
Yeah.
We should have the entire crew on for an episode.
Now that would be hilarious.
Be awesome.
I think we should do it.
Yeah.
I'm game.
You have 15 microphones? And then like 30 more?
I don't have 15 mics.
Cincinnati is going to try and go for this, in part because of TCU getting the ball at a halftime. Goody with the catch there, 6 seconds knocked off the clock, 17 to go in the first half.
Yeah, and you're 100% right. 23 seconds is enough time to score. They have to make sure that they continue to work the edges of this TCU defense, and if they're going to throw it down the middle, it has to be for a 20-plus yard gain.
Sorsby, he's got the tight end Royer. That's a first down. They have 2 timeouts. The clock will go when the chains are set. They're going to call that timeout. So
exactly.
1 left for Cincinnati. Rusnak's long this year is 46 in the field goal department. Cincinnati this year, they open against Nebraska in Kansas City. Close game, 3-point game. Nebraska gets the victory. But then Cincinnati rips off 7 in a row, and they just torched people offensively. They hung up 38 on Iowa State, 37 against Kansas, but they lose 3 in a row. Utah was a blowout. Arizona, BYU were playable. And Cincinnati's going to a bowl game, but talking to Scott Satterfield, he was like, look, you go into the portal, you say you won 8 games, there's a climb there, you feel like you've got some momentum. That's an easier sell to recruits and portal visitors.
Yeah, and they were fully committed to the portal. I mean, you look at what they did this year. They brought in Jeff Caldwell from Lindenwood. They brought in Cyrus Allen from Texas A&M. Caleb Goody comes in from Colorado State. Obviously, their quarterback, second year there from Indiana, running back and tight end, both from Ohio State. They're fully committed to building through the portal.
Sorsby flicks it this way. It's incomplete on the ground for Jennings. 7 seconds to go for Cincinnati. You can argue you have 2 plays, but it's kind of dangerous.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. And you talk about that one timeout that they have left. It does open things up for them. But if you're TCU, you want to continue to play aggressive and not play too soft and conservative, because they're really just trying to get some points and get into field goal range. Don't leave the middle of the field wide open where they can get a big chunk play quickly.
So they motion Allen. Nobody follows. Sorsby flushed out of the pocket. This will be the final play of the half, and Sorsby just chucks it out of bounds and incomplete. So TCU puts up a bonanza of 31 points in this first half.
But you got to start with one thing, and that would be make them one-dimensional and make him have to throw harder passes.
Touchback. TCU will have it first. We saw a grand total of 6 incompletions in the first half.
Because these quarterbacks were cooking. Brendan Sorsby right there with his patented fadeaway throw. Watch what he does here on the zone read fake. Holds his eyes, gets backside to his big target in the middle, Jeff Caldwell. And then you want to talk about Josh Hoover. It's been a wet and wild day for him too. Look at this one. Back shoulder throw to Eric McAllister. And then sometimes you just got to line up and say, I'm better than you. We're going to throw it deep. And that's exactly what he did there to Jordan Dwyer.
Oh, by the way, Robert, the wind has picked up pretty substantially here for the second half. It's a chilly wind after we opened play in the 60s. Hoover held it for a while. He's got Manjack down to the ground for the catch at the 34. And we check in with Alexa.
Yeah, JB, my hair can be a good wind meter of how gusty it is down here. It has picked up. It's spinning a little bit. The wind has definitely started. But catching up with Sonny Dykes coming out of the half, he emphasized how important this first drive is for his TCU offense. He wants them to get the score, and he said defensively, we got to slow down Brendan Sorsby and this Cincinnati offense. And no turnovers, as most coaches preach to us, JB.
Yeah, best way to do what you're saying, Alexa, might be a sustained drive at the outset of this second half.
Especially with the changing elements. You're spot on, Jason. Right now, it does not feel or look what it looked like when this game first started. It's dark outside, the wind is blowing, it's a lot cooler and chillier. It rained a little bit during halftime. So if you're TCU, come into this and it's a mindset check. We talked about this wanting to be, or this being a want-to game.
Yeah.
You have to want to play. You have to actually love football, and you can show NFL scouts, if you're a guy that's going to the next level, that you truly love the game, not just what the game gives you.
They're going to snap it to Payne there. Manjack was in the backfield with him, and with the rain whipping through, it's a timeout TCU.
Timeout TCU.
The conditions, you would say, are unfavorable. At this point, you hear the wind just tearing through our microphones. 2:46, it was 68 degrees. It's dropped 9 degrees, but I'm telling you, with losing the sun, like it feels like it's a 15-20 degree drop, doesn't it?
It does, and it feels differently also because we're in Texas. Now, I'm a Texas boy.
Look at her face. I mean, on the left there.
Look
That
at
says it all.
Look at the lips quivering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got the friends singing Sweet Caroline like nothing's wrong. So good, so good.
That's the worst part of it. And when you're from Texas and you're feeling this, you look at the fans. They're having a good time in this. But the players are like, man, I thought this game was already supposed to be over based upon their body clock.
Right. Instead, we're third quarter. It's chilly for sure. And out of the timeout, TCU will go to the more traditional set with Payne next to Hoover. And Payne on the run. He is tough to wrangle. He's got 6, maybe 7. Xavier Williams with the stop.
And strategically here, Jason, what I'm seeing from Cincinnati and their defensive coordinator is that they're trying to play soft. they're trying to make TCU be so aggressive that, hey, they want to score 50 on us. Let's try to get Hoover to make some mistakes. They're going to run this football until they bring those two safeties back down and give them those one-on-one matchups on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, there's really 5 in the box there. And it's Hoover to throw. They'll come near side. He's got it for Dwyer, who stood up at midfield by the local product, Logan Wilson. It's a gain of 8 and a first down.
And Dwyer, you're going to watch him here. He's going to run a hitch. And I want you to watch him at the very top of his route. Watch what he does. Ball's a little bit inside. He jumps inside to protect the quarterback there. Hoover has to put that on the outside. We always say if you throw a ball to the edge and it's inside, it's probably going the other way for a pick six. Right there, Jordan Dwyer shows you how valuable it is as a receiver to protect your quarterback.
It's a delay. It's Payne. He's going to run again. About the 45 is where he ends up. But we were talking to Josh Hoover this week, and we mentioned he's a Texan kid as well, Rockwall Heath High School. He said he grew up in the front yard, and you learn trajectories from so many different places, right? Arm angles, things like that. They had trees in the front yard. And so he learned to throw different routes, different angles by throwing in and around and over tree branches here in Texas.
And those trees don't move, so you got to learn how to bend it like Beckham a little bit, and you've seen that from him with his ability to change arm slots and arm angles, which is also reminiscent of his ability as a pitcher in baseball.
It's a good point. It's sinker baller. Love to throw inside. He'll hand it off again. 27th run of the day for TCU. It's Payne. He's out of bounds, a first down. More with Alexa.
Well, JV, you were just talking about Josh Hoover playing in the front yard. I was able to catch up with his parents before kickoff tonight. His dad, Alex, said Josh would be sitting on the front porch when he came home from work, and he couldn't even change out of his slacks. He had to get right into the game because Josh was ready to go. Even more than that, the Hoover family, faith means so much to them. They tried 6 years for their first child, a daughter. 7 years later had Josh. A year and a half later had their brother. So a miracle that they are here, but the Hoover family is so proud. And where they stand and watch them, they call it the Hoover Hut, JV.
Oh, that's awesome. It better be well insulated, though. Tonight, it's cold out there. Great story, Alexa. And Josh Hoover, tremendous football player. Manjack to throw and to nobody. So Dad knows what dedication can mean to a football career. Dad, Alex, was an NFL linebacker for a couple. We'll check the penalty. It's intentional grounding on Manjack. So just in case you thought you hadn't seen everything in this game, we have intentional grounding on a wide receiver.
Trick play's gone wrong. I'm still stuck on Alex Hoover's chin. I mean, that's a linebacker's chin. He's got, that's a Superman-esque chin there.
Square.
Very aggressive.
Yeah.
Very aggressive chin. Just like his son throwing the football.
Whistle for a moment, and now we'll play.
But how cool is that for Hoover and his family? Talk about a miracle baby, and they get to come out here and watch their son drop dimes.
He's going to work again, right down the middle. It's Manjack inside the 5. Ball is loose. It's still on the ground and covered up by Dwyer. Touchdown, TCU. Oh, my goodness, what a pinball. The question is, was he down? The ball is out. It's a touchdown for now.
What a dime from Hoover. Manjack trying to get into the end zone, gets hit, ball comes exposed. Jaquan Sanks punches it out.
Yep.
Looks like he is not down, and this is why you hustle to the football, ladies and gentlemen. Dwyer isn't just watching his guy go score. He is running down the field just in case something happens.
In the field of play, recovered by the offense for a touchdown.
Golday rolled over top of it. I don't know that Golday saw it for Cincinnati. That is an enormous game changer, and Dwyer staying with the play, as you said, makes it another TCU touchdown. Manjack's like, yeah, throw it to me, not make me throw it.
So many teach tape things just happened right there. I mean, just an incredible sequence of plays there.
Well, Manjack, to be clear, he was a quarterback in high school, so he has played the position. Tomball, Texas, transferred from Houston, where he played for Willie Fritz briefly. Logan Wilson is coming off the field. The Dallas kid transferred in from Kansas State, Louisiana Monroe, and North Texas. But Manjack with the touchdown. A big part of that Houston offense, even though they were not pass heavy last year. And again, we said it off the top, like, this is big time house money. Like, let her rip today.
Yeah, and Manjack is just a receiver who does all the dirty work. He was their leading receiver last week, 9 catches for 95 yards, chain mover for them. And right there, it was his compadres that did the dirty work to get the touchdown.
You could say after those couple plays, you wouldn't do it, but you could say he is a man jack of all trades. Wouldn't dare do that.
Nope.
Dwyer trailing the play, on top of it, pouncing for the Horned Frogs. Hoover, your thoughts? Yeah, we'll take it.
Is the defense to have to react, and right now that's what's happening.
The wind has made itself a part of the game. Nothing sadder than a football being knocked off a tee by the wind.
Why is that, Jason?
It just looks like you're like, oh, you're ready to go, all the energy in the place, and then I'm sad. Will it stand up? Oh no, a tragedy.
A double fall.
Second time, now you got to call the holder in. Now you got to call the holder in. And it just feels like you've been defeated.
Yep.
By Mother Nature. It is the margin we play with on earth. Right? We have this very well put together football game, so many great rules, so much fun, and then suddenly the wind's going 40 and you can't play anymore. How do
they determine who the holder is? Because that guy doesn't have that rep of running down on kickoff.
Yeah, it's rock, paper, scissors, you have to imagine. It's Devondre McGee here, who either won or lost the competition. This will be a touchback. Back to the touchdown. A lot here, Robert.
Yeah, the 3 coaching points I want you to watch. Number 1, watch how Hoover, after this fake, gets to the back part of his drop, and as soon as that foot gets into the ground, boom, ball is coming out to this area right here. He beats the safety and hits Manjack in stride over the top of the backer. Boom. Second point, always don't give up on the play. Make them earn it. Jaquan Sanks comes through, punches the ball out. And the third point, always run to the ball. Dwyer running to the ball is what saved that touchdown for TCU. That was football teach tape.
I thought you were going to say always be closing. You're going to give out a set of steak knives. There's a penalty on the play.
False start. Offense, number 77, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Heavily penalized Cincinnati team with just its 3rd of the day.
And now we're sitting here, it's 38-17 with 10 minutes and 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. If there was ever a time as a player to put good stuff on tape, it's right now. Because you could say, well, scouts aren't watching. Yeah, they are. They want to see how you finish at the end of the year when no one feels like you have anything to play for.
What do you have inside of you? Is Pryor on the run, can't get outside. Obi Izor spun him down.
Yeah, and right there, Nnamdi Obi Izor one-on-one with Joe Royer. This is Obi Izor. He's got Joe Royer on the edge right here, a tight end trying to block him. And he says, no, sir, I'm going to set the edge and create a tackle for loss. That was incredible from him there.
Safety turn linebacker, and this is deflected at the line. It's incomplete. It's 3rd down and 18 coming up. But Obi Izor, a guy who's been through a bunch here at TCU, the transfer from Iowa Western Community College, but great genes. His dad was a 4x400 relay man for the Nigerian national team.
Yes, and he said he actually also ran track, Nnamdi did, but he didn't want to go to practice. He just wanted to run at the meets. And I know a lot of guys that feel that way.
Were you one of them?
I was not.
Okay.
I was not. I love practice.
Deals after Sorsby, and he got there. That's his deal. 4th down, TCU.
Yeah, and you're going to see Devin Deal. He's going to start here at the linebacker spot. and he is going to make sure that he gets to the line right before the snap, and now he's one-on-one with the guard, gets pushed off to the tackle, but never gives up, and that is what we call an effort sack. Gets the play, doesn't win with some beautiful move, but those sacks count too.
And you're talking about how you finished the season. TCU has played very well today as a group. As this punt goes to Dwyer. He's got the outside. He'll step on the brakes and then end up at midfield, maybe just short of it, 34 yards on the net. You can choose whichever question you'd like to answer as our athletic trivia question.
I know the one I'll get right.
You do? Okay. I actually don't know which one you're going to get right. We'll see. Here's Hoover. He's ready to load up. He will roll out. Hoover trying to get to the edge, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. All right, so here's your answer to the athletic trivia question. Only TCU player to win the Davy O'Brien Award. You got
Only
it?
Player to win it.
Davy
O'Brien?
You can read it.
Max Duggan. Wow. I should know that.
He had a great season.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that team was magic through and through. Max Duggan still around the program, evidently has been here for quite a few home games. This is Payne, and he will run it, and Payne leaning to the 44. So a little Statue of Liberty-esque for TCU off the fake, and then he curls outside.
Hey, we said, you know, you got to take the mask off. Don't leave any of those good plays in your pocket as you go into the offseason. So right there, they got a Wildcat quarterback in Jeremy Payne doing some misdirection. Not going to lie, I love the ballsmanship. I'm a sucker for when it comes to how you can deceive the defense. And right there, that was a very deceptive play.
Yeah, hate to prep for them for the bowl game, by the way. Everhart in motion. Hoover will throw it. Coming this way. That's a tough catch for Dwyer. Did he have the foot in? It looks like yes. It's a gain of 11. That's close.
Ooh, I don't know. I think that.
Now they're going to say incomplete. They changed the call. The initial call was catch. Now they're going to say incomplete.
Looks like half his foot might have been out. Boom. Yeah.
It looks like it's on the line.
Yeah,
it looked like in real time, but the call was completion at first. Then they rule incomplete.
That's why they tell you when you're near the sideline, don't reach with that foot as you reach with your hands. Reach with the hands, leave the foot behind so that you don't step on the line.
Ethan Craw from Tasmania will punt it away. This is only the second punt for Craw. The first one was the muff from Manny Covey to set up a field goal for TCU. No conversation for the officials.
Man, at this point in the field, you wonder why they didn't go for another run play. Would it potentially be in two-down territory if it ended up being 4th and short? But that pass puts them in a position where now I should punt it.
And Craw will lefty boot it away. Covey will let it bounce, and it goes rolling over that red line. The gentleman who recovered the money available on Fox Business Network and the Fox Sports app. For those markets, the remainder of this game here in Fort Worth can be seen on FS2 and the Fox Sports app. Best way to do it, multiple screens, because they do have snow in Champaign, and it could get highly ridiculous there and here down the stretch. Tawi Walker, the tailback for Sorsby, who will throw on first down off the punt. He'll give it to Walker, and that's a big collision with Lester for a gain of 2. Cincinnati is prone to short drives. They can be an explosive hair trigger offense. 2nd and 8. Sorsby again. He'll go far side to the sideline. That's a first down for Caldwell. And after 1 versus 2, he's out of bounds.
And here's the thing, Jason. You're looking at this team and you see that they're down 30-17. So intuition would tell you throw it every single down. They don't need to do that. There's still enough time in this game that they don't have to abandon the running game. They just have to make sure they continue to go fast.
Sorsby in the pocket. He'll hit Walker. It's as good as a run. Obi Izor leaves him go, and he's down at the 44. It's a gain of 6 for Tawi Walker. Glover was in there with the stop. Walker, the transfer, by way of Oklahoma and Wisconsin.
And if you're TCU, just don't give them anything cheap. Make them earn every single thing and have to drive down the field, 5-minute drives and everything to try to go make plays, as you see right there. They do a nice job working off of Jeff Caldwell. The Vernon Glover knocks it down. Now he's got to come off the field, and that looks like a cramp to me.
Yeah.
And if I'm Coach Satterfield, whoever comes on for Glover, I'm attacking them first play.
TCU plays so much nickel. They do have a pretty deep defensive backfield. McIver is in 20. They rushed 4 last time. On this toss, they'll rush 4 again. It's down the middle for Royer. Joe Royer weaving his way down to the 30. It's a gain of 26, and you see the dimension he provides.
Such a great sell here. He's going to work outside like he's running to block and then slip past the defender. That is a full sell RPO off of somewhat of a sprint option read look. And Royer did a nice job of putting on his acting hat there to slip open.
Sorsby again loads a time, now giving some ground, and he will throw it incomplete to the 10-yard line. There was nobody in the area, but he faded back. I guess Allen was nearby-ish. So second down for Cincinnati. But Sorsby has been so good this year at not eating a sack.
Yeah, he really has been, but right there, he was so focused on trying to get the ball outside down the sideline that he missed Cyrus Allen open down the middle of the field. That's why he came back to it late, but it was too late by then.
He'll feed Allen here, and out of his break, he can't haul it in. It's 3rd down and 10. His two very close friends, Allen, who Sorsby helped recruit to Cincinnati, couldn't bring it in. And you see the sacks allowed number has been great. Yards per play is right around 6. The defense just has not created turnovers at all.
And because of that, they don't get the ball back as frequently as they should. In those games where they were putting up 41.3 points a game for 7 straight victories, their defense was playing a little bit better and getting them the football back.
They showed pressure. Now they get there. It's Sorsby on the move. Sorsby darting to the 25, and you would imagine this is a go zone for Cincinnati, down 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, it has to be when you're down that much. So now you have to get into your bag and say, okay, what is our best 4th and 5 play that we can come up with? I can tell you who I think they want to work the ball to. It's the guy they always want to work the football to, which is number 4, Cyrus Allen, putting him in the slot and creating mismatches where he has a switch release to get open. And right now, he's right here to the top of your screen.
Closest to the formation, as you showed us. Sorsby will throw it. He's got Pryor, who could not make the catch. He got decked by Johnson. He saw Johnson coming, and Pryor never put the ball away. It's a turnover.
Woo! Sometimes as a play.
Over.
Yeah.
And they look scary again, especially defensively. Hoover to throw. He'll rip it far side. He's got McAllister. 2 guys hanging on him. It's a gain of 14. Ohio State, Indiana. What do you think the game looks like? Like, what's the theme of this game?
Well, I know if you're Ohio State, you're coming into it and you're saying we got to take away Hemby and Kalen Black to make sure that Indiana is one-dimensional, and you put it all on Fernando Mendoza's arm to make plays happen. For Ohio State, you wonder if Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith will be at full strength. I think their offense is different when they are fully healthy. And Bo Jackson, I never thought I'd be saying this in 2025, but Bo Jackson's back, people.
Bo's back.
Bo's back.
Just ran down the tunnel.
Bo knows. Bo knows how to play football. So when you say, what does it look like? It could be a very high-scoring game, despite both teams having very efficient defenses.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, right? Do you hit that 40 mark, both teams? We'll see. Payne, again, he's had a very nice day. He's a yard short. That's Monte Whedon out of Silver Spring, Maryland, with the stop. But Payne so far over 100 yards already, and we're not to the conclusion of the 3rd quarter.
And this is, for Jeremy Payne, I wouldn't say it's a coming out party, but last week he had his first 100-yard game of his career against Houston. Now he comes out here and he's showing that, hey, I'm not just a guy that you can give the ball to 13 times and I'll get 100 yards. I can be the workhorse back. 22 carries in the Big 12 now, that's a lot of bruises in there, and he's showing you that he can carry that load.
That's Denman this time. McAllister was the tailback. The inside give to Denman, the freshman, who they like as well. Their plan is to have a pretty loaded running back room here next year.
Yeah, they know, Kavorian Barnes is out.
Yep.
Trent Battle's been banged up. So they understand that they have to have a multi-headed monster, especially in today's college football, with injuries being so prevalent and the roster depth not quite being there because of NIL and the transfer portal. So they want to get all these guys some action. As you can see, Hoover, and listen to him again, making these checks at the line of scrimmage to get them into the proper plays.
Emotion Rogers, it is Denman, the freshman, who leans in to break a tackle, and another one across the 40-yard line. He got propelled all the way to the 38. Antoine Peak was the one who pushed him. It's a gain of 13.
Yeah, and this is just inside zone man blocking. You're going to see him get, they go after the leg, keep your legs rolling, have contact balance, never stop running. What you see there from Denman is the ability to not stop at the point of contact. Some people close their eyes, they're afraid to get hit, but the truly good and great running backs, they never stop their motor rolling because they know they have one mission, and it's to get to that end zone. You can't do that if your eyes are closed.
He's done it a couple times so far as a freshman. Denman clanging off of bodies, and he's stood up and wrapped up by Gola Collard. Toughest running back you ever played with?
Ooh,
that's a tough one. Your phone's about to blow up.
Yeah, they're really going to get upset. Toughest running back I ever played with was Alfred Morris.
Yeah,
Washington.
Yeah.
A guy that ran for 1,600 yards, and he ran over Lance Briggs in the preseason.
Bears. Yeah.
When Briggs was with the Bears, and he wasn't our starter at that time. But when you watched it in real life and saw him truck one of the best linebackers in the league, everyone knew at that moment he was going to be our guy.
It's interesting how those moments really show up, and you just can't avert your eyes. Like, you just have to watch it, and it changes the perception of a player.
And it wasn't like he was the fastest guy or the biggest guy or like the prettiest runner, but he had a knack for getting yards after contact. And me and him together, with my ability to make plays and use my speed, it was dynamic for us there in Washington.
I was going to say, how often did he lose yards? Like never.
Never.
Right? Never. Third down, Payne is back in. They'll motion him into the backfield with Hoover. This has been a run-heavy drive for TCU, and that continues. Payne jockeying around. Golday got a piece of him, and that'll stop his progress. It'll be fourth down coming up. Payne hit by Sanks. It looks like they're going to have to get one more play off. It's about a half-second differential. Play clock to game clock. Hope Golday's all right there. His arm was kind of limp to his side. Golday, the transfer from Central Arkansas, who has really grown in a couple years at Cincinnati. Fourth down and 6. Some movement at the line, and there's a marker coming in.
Helping guys lift more weight to actually expanding their mental capacity and basically becoming strength life coaches.
Craw's punt inside the 10. More on Kaz Kazadi with Alexa.
Robert, you experienced it firsthand, but head coach Sonny Dykes said sometimes when the coaches are out on the recruiting trail, the strength coaches are the ones around the players the most. Kaz is a guy that'll make you bigger, faster, stronger. Robert, you mentioned it though, he'll make you a whole person as well. And JB, we got to look at their new human performance and restoration facilities. They've got recovery pods, nutrition centers, snow rooms. So not just a great strength coach, but they have great facilities to go along with it.
Let's snow room. Will you flesh that out a little bit for the kids at home, Alexa? What's the snow room?
The snow room is like a cold plunge, but you can stand in it a little bit longer. It's 20 degrees. They can make it even colder, and it's real snow. That surprised Robert as well, but you can make a snowball if you want to have some fun.
Yeah, they go in there and shovel the snow every day to make sure that it's like refreshed as Johnson ends up out of bounds.
Yeah, first of all, snow room's incredible. Never been in something like that. But when you talk about Kaz and his ability, strength coaches spend the most time with the players. It's just a fact. In their growth and development, off-season training, and he is one of the best at his craft of unlocking players' true potential.
Deal tailing Sorsby. He's not going to catch him. Sorsby all the way into TCU territory. What a run down the right flank for 43.
Oh yeah, Sorsby is going to drop back to pass and then exit the pocket to the right because TCU does not maintain their rush integrity. You see big boy right there jumping on top of him, Big Buford, and then it's off to the races. And Brendan Sorsby, don't you dare say it at home, he is not sneaky athletic. He is just athletic, people.
I think people are on their couch just saying sneaky athletic. That's how they spend their Saturday night.
Sometimes I think they look at it and they're like, oh, he's kind of sneaky athletic.
Watch him here.
You see his eyes? Quarterbacks at home, teach tape. When you decide to go, go. Don't worry about it. Don't think, oh, maybe should I? No. You see the hole, hit the hole, get out there, go make a play. That's exactly what Brendan Sorsby did right there. Now he's got 70 yards rushing on the day.
After the 4-yard gain, he's going to peel away again. Now he wants to throw it, and he zips it off the ground. It's incomplete. Third down coming up. He short-hopped Goody.
And I can tell you what's going on in Brendan Sorsby's mind right now because I've been in this situation where you're down 3 scores, 3 touchdowns, and you're like, I got to find a way to make a play. So he is going to scramble a little bit more and start moving a little bit more because he wants this. He is not giving up. 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Most players would have said, all right, it's over. We're just gonna move on to the next game, go to our bowl game and call it a day. He wants to finish this game. He don't care how many fans are in the stands or if it's on the road. And that to me is a testament of a true football player.
They've lost 3 in a row. They want to get a win here. Tawee Walker cuts it left. He's got a first down. It's a gain of 9 for Walker. They'll have a bowl game, but going into that bowl season, having lost 4 in a row, just trying to keep everybody engaged, trying to keep everybody in it, a win helps.
Especially when you don't know what you're going to get when he comes to the bowl game.
Sorsby, oh, what a reaching grab. It is Allen. It's a touchdown if he hung on. Looked like he was in, and he is. Cyrus Allen's 12th touchdown of the year.
What a throw. Great play call there as well. You're going to see from the sky cam, Sorsby's eyes are going to move this way to hold the safety to the field, and then he's going to pick on number 2 right here, Jamel Johnson, who got him earlier on 4th down with the running back, and drop a dime right over the top of him to Cyrus Allen. Hit him in stride to make that incredible play right there. Boom. To where he can just catch it and run and get into the end zone. If that ball is a little bit behind Cyrus Allen, it's not a touchdown. That's how much a game of inches this game is.
Such a prideful young man from the West Bank of New Orleans. They're going to go for 2 here, and off the juggle, it's deflected and incomplete. Elarms Orr dislodged it from Caldwell, and Cincinnati gets 6, and that's all. Cyrus Allen said, on the basketball court, I'm Steph Curry. You know what? That kind of catch, you didn't have to catch and shoot. Just catch and run for 6.
Score 70 every game.
I guess so. They went for 2 there, interestingly enough, in a game that doesn't have title implications. So this is a fair catch. And TCU will have it for Josh Hoover, who's 16 for 19.
Yeah, extremely efficient. Right here, just execute the play. Get him to pull down with the extended fake, make a nice, easy throw to Manjack in the back of the end zone. Fake, get your one-on-one to your big receiver on the outside. And then, hey, you want to be aggressive, you want to be the gunslinger, find the right moments to do it. He does it here, one-on-one. Jordan Dwyer makes him right, goes up and makes the play, and finishes it for a touchdown. Hoover couldn't have had a better bounce-back game today from what happened to him last week against Houston.
He said, felt like as he was growing up that there was something in there. As here's a run for Payne. He's hit by Hunt, but I like the way he put it. Like, I might have been a little delusional even for his size and his skill set early on. But Hoover grew into the position, becomes an FBS quarterback, and I mean, there is arm talent in there.
Yeah, and sometimes when you feel like you might be a little bit undersized, or your dad played linebacker and you're playing quarterback, you feel like you got to prove it to everybody every single play. And for me, when you look at Hoover, it's what makes him dynamic also holds him back. He can be a dynamic quarterback that can make the right decisions, but sometimes his faith and delusional trust in his arm puts his team in bad situations.
Dwyer again reaching inside to make a catch there. It's a nice grab to help his quarterback. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for Hoover. On this side, Manjack takes the hit, absorbs it, and goes down with a 1st down. Barnes with the stop.
Yeah, just a really nice job. Switch release here from these guys, and Manjack is going to bleed this out on the out route. You see the switch. It gives him leverage on the safety who's covering him, and then he's just got to make the tough, not contested catch, but those hits on those catches make them a lot more hard to finish.
It's another run. Boy, Payne has had a day. Thompson with the stop. It's another 1st down for Jeremy Payne on his 25th carry of the night.
Yeah, I mean, Jeremy Payne is going to work, and you talk about a back who hasn't had this many carries in a game this season to come out here and tote the rock the way that he is. And as we've called it multiple times, a 1-2 game has been very, very impressive. Jason, I want to go back to what you were talking about with Cincinnati going for 2 there after the touchdown. Of course, the analytics book is going to tell you go for 2. That way, if you score 2 more touchdowns and you hold the Texas TCU from scoring, you win the game. Uh-oh!
There goes Payne down the sideline, free to the end zone.
I want you guys to watch the center and the right guard. Colton Deary, number 51, and Cooper Powers, number 77, as they get up, cut off the defense, and get just enough there on the safety to free Jeremy Payne to run down the sideline. And this is why you kick the extra point and stop worrying about what's going to happen in the fufuture. Your defense has to stop him. And right now, Cincinnati couldn't stop a cold.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 98. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
It's coming unraveled a little bit. But Jeremy Payne with a night to remember for his career. You see the big smile on his face talking to Dwyer over on the sideline.
He's been waiting for this moment all season long. A couple backs in front of him. Go down. Yeah, those are the veteran guys. He comes in as a true sophomore and is showing you the speed and the power. I mean, man, 174 yards rushing. That's what you call yourself having a day.
Just hugging Bram Kohlhausen, TCU legend right here. It's like taking a trip down memory lane, being back here at the Fort. This place means so much to me. Gave me my start. Gave me my first reps here on the sideline. I had a different name, Shaw Landestoy. Now I met my husband here. So a really special place and a special season getting to work with you guys. Thanks for that surprise.
You interviewed your husband as part of that reel, did you not?
I did. I think I had to do a class project, and it was like this long project. And you're like, what are we going to do? Who am I going to talk to? So it's easy. The guy I know, just be like, hey, we got to put your story out there. You know how it is. I got the A's, though. I got the A's.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, Alexa, well done. Sorsby drops it for Tawi Walker, and down he goes. So the aforementioned hug. This is like right before her report, and they're like, "Yeah, hey, we're about to talk about you." But hang on.
It's no place like home, man. No place like home. It's awesome. We out.
817, we out. Sorsby stepping up, and down he goes. Sacked by Oyewale.
You got Paul Oyewale right here at the top of your screen, working against Big Buford from Cincinnati. Whoop, dip, rip, get around, and finish. Hey, man, I had some pass rushes back in my day, 8th grade. I know what it looks like.
Oh, another time they get there. He'd taken 4 sacks all year. Julius Sims went low. That's 2 on the same drive for Sorsby.
And Julius Sims is going to come from outside of the structure. You're going to see him. He's coming from right here. Bends around the edge. Oh, that's not him. He's coming from even farther out. I actually highlighted Caleb Elarmzor there. Sims is coming from even farther out, which the quarterback was not aware of. His eyes were so locked into the box right there. Great defensive call there by Andy Avalos, getting the free runner on the QB.
Punter just went down, and markers are coming in from everywhere. Max Fletcher got hit, and this punt goes rolling to the 40-yard line. Sims, by the way, from White House, Texas, where they definitely can churn out football players. That was actually touched. And so let's see what the call is here, because there's a marker down. Cincinnati likely has a first down. The official threw the beanbag. It is going to be TCU football, but for the penalty. So we'll see what the marker is.
Defense, that penalty decline. First down, TCU.
Yeah, running into. So it is TCU football. Yeah, frustrating day for Brendan Sorsby. We saw it early on. A couple of penalties that made him a little disappointed in what was going on. 45-32. 23, I should say.
Forces you to have to make some extended plays, and that's what's happened a little bit here with Sorsby holding on to the football.
Hoover stays in, and he's going to throw. Feed McAllister a little bit. Or the dive, he's got 2 yards, and it's our Heisman Watch. Sponsored by Nissan, premier partner of the Heisman Trophy. In no particular order or in order?
Oh, it's in order. Jacob Rodriguez is #1 on my Heisman list. He leads the best defense in the country, in my opinion, and has been one of the most impactful players in the country on the defense side of the ball. Jeremiah Love, best running back in the country. Yes, he's not leading the country in rushing yards, but he had a spin move 2 weeks ago or last week that was, to me, spun him all the way to #2. Then you look at Fernando Mendoza, what he's been able to accomplish, and Kawan Lacey at Ole Miss. The Heisman is not just a quarterback award, and all these guys are worthy of winning it.
Who's on the podcast next week?
Joel Klatt is on the podcast now. He can't win the Heisman because he's.
You and Joel together on the podcast?
Yeah, together on the podcast.
Wow.
It's going to be interesting.
It's a Fox analyst party.
What should we talk about?
I'd say basketball.
That would be an interesting conversation.
Yeah. Just get you guys together and talk Hornets, Bulls, Nuggets. It's great. 3rd down and 7. It's going to be a great Heisman race, though, down the stretch here. Some games left. As Hoover steps up, he whistles it behind him. It's Palmer, the freshman, trying to cut back. And he spins out of it and ends up a yard short, which gives them license to go for it. Nate Palmer from Decatur, Texas, in his 2nd year at TCU. Another top 35 running back out of high school. And now 4th and 1, they can go.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're up 45-23, but trust your offensive line and put that ball in the belly of the back and let him go get that first down.
Somebody just said call timeout. Oh, Hoover is going to split out wide.
Uh-oh, Wildcat.
It's McAllister. Hoover will come up to the line. He's behind McAllister, and they are going to go ahead and run it. It's Palmer, and he's got the first down.
Yeah, TCU's out there getting jiggy with it, bringing out all the bells and whistles. They're going to line up Hoover outside, bring him back into the formation, and then it's a fake to McAllister, hand it off to Palmer underneath. Hey, man, they're letting it all hang out right now.
So are you, deep in the vocabulary bag of tricks. It's a first down for TCU. Palmer on the run. You know, we had a lake earlier with all the rain. All we're missing is Emerson. That's for the older crowd that's staying with us here on FS2 in some markets.
And where are they at on the other markets?
Still Fox.
Still Fox?
Still Fox.
Still Fox.
But Illinois Northwestern going on at the same time. We had an hour and a half delay if you're joining us late. Lightning, thunder, squalls of rain.
Man, a lot of lightning on the field, too. A lot of points.
Big time. 68 total and counting. It's another run. They'll go to the freshman Denman. Third down. But Jeremy Payne, 174 on the ground. What did you like most?
What I loved most was the vision and then the ability to turn it into a home run. Welcome to the Payne train station. He was running over guys. He was running through them. He was running around them. He was making his blockers right. And when he saw the lane, he could hit the home run. That's what you see less and less of from the running back position now. You see a lot of squatty guys that can run guys over, a lot of speed guys that can run past them. But Jeremy Payne showed you today that he has every single trick and every single club in his bag as a running back.
Everhart in motion. They'll run it. It's Denman, and he'll plunge about a yard short. And you saw Bruno. Bruno was like, we got it. First down.
Bruno?
Yeah. We
can't always trust Bruno. You know?
We don't talk about that. 4th and 1.
Another 4th and 1. Let's see what kind of tricks they have for us this time.
McAllister has been lining up in the backfield. They haven't given it there. It's been the inside sort of trap. So McAllister and Palmer together.
Here's another one.
Out of the shotgun, McAllister. Now Hoover motions again. That's a full yard they have to get, and they'll go inside give again. It's Palmer trying to skate away. He gets wrestled down by Williams. First down, TCU. And a marker has come in late on the play. Offensive lineman team picture, all with grass on their helmets, just stuck there.
That's the kind of offensive lineman I want blocking for me. They're not even worried about the grass.
Look, okay? Looks like Minnesota's helmets last week at Wrigley Field.
We are one with the field. Offensive linemen don't care about being pretty out there. They just want to move people against their will.
I mean, you got to take that thing to the auto body shop. You got dents in there.
First down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 1, unnecessary roughness, 15-yard penalty, will be 1st and 10.
So it's 15 yards after the play, 1st and 10.
That is number 1's first unsportsmanlike of the game.
So they're calling it on Eric McAllister, number 1, after the play for the excessive block. Yeah, it was excessive.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say there.
Let's check in with Dean Blandino. Dean, no, we got this one, Dean. Don't worry about it. Finish your sandwich.
Is it just for the game?
Yeah, that was clear and obvious. Play's over. He just wanted to saw him off balance and said, "Ooh, I'm about to check him real quick."
Well, you can even see it on his face. He's like, "Yeah."
He's still upset about not being the
Biletnikoff
finalist.
That's Palmer. Man, he's broken 5 or 6 tackles on these runs here in the 4th quarter. It takes Daniel James from Powder Springs, Georgia, to haul him down, and it's 2nd down TCU.
Yeah, when you watch all these backs, you just saw Jeremy Payne. You talked about it, 174 yards rushing. Then you look at Denman and how aggressive a runner he is, and now Palmer. It's like there's a stable of backs here that, like, any of these guys could potentially be the guy that totes the ball for the majority of the carries.
How about this drive? 9 plays, 19 yards, 6 minutes.
This is how you end the game, with style and letting everyone know that, hey, if we need to run the football and we're going to run the football, we can still run the football.
That's a hair over 2 yards of play. The penalty certainly didn't help. Palmer wants the end zone. It's Dingle on the stop.
Yeah, I don't think Palmer is running the football right now with the North Texas. I think they should really consider making Kendall Bryce a priority in their search for the new head coach.
He has changed quarterbacks here. Ken Seals is on the Vanderbilt transfer. Palmer with the run. You played at Baylor. Kendall Briles was there. What makes him that potential head coach for somebody?
It's just his ability to know how to coach certain guys. Josh Hoover is not the type of quarterback that I was in college. He's not the type of quarterback that Bryce Petty was or Nick Florence was at Baylor. Kendall's been everywhere. He's been at Florida State, at FAU. He was at Ole Miss. You know, him being here and working with so many different quarterbacks, his ability to give them answers. And when you go to North Texas, they're expecting someone to come in and score points just like Eric Morris did. And I think Kendall's the right guy to make that happen.
They'll run it again. Palmer is tripped up and dropped. It's third down. Coming up, TCU is going to finish 8-4. Cincinnati, again, down the stretch, faltered. 4 losses in a row, but Josh Hoover is still reenacting the penalty from earlier in the game.
Because he knows that Coach Dykes is going to be on him. Hey, we can't do this as a team. And he's like, man, the guy was doing this to me, and I was just reacting and coming back. But Josh Hoover, you see that smile on his face. He's got to be happy with what transpired today.
You know, in a game like this, you say, okay, 7-4, 7-4, what does it matter? It's the whole world for these players. Like, that penalty happened hours ago, and it's all Josh Hoover can think about right now, up 45-23. So, yeah, there's not always a title on the line as the ball. Oh boy, we have a scrum in a big way at the final horn here, and Cincinnati and TCU are going to have to be separated to close this game. 45-23 is going to be the final score. Win number 8 for the Horned Frogs. Comes in a deluge in Fort Worth. Back-to-back years with 8.